Hi guys, the Right Honourable Gentleman from the 19th century, Jacob Rees-Mogg, was interviewed by Beth Rigby of Sky News. Now, they talked about a number of issues, but I wanted to show you this clip from a longer discussion they had. First of all, Mogg is a Catholic, if you weren't aware. Now, I don't know if he was raised one or he converted, and frankly, I don't think that's important. Here they touched on the issue of abortion, and wait till you hear what Mogg had to say about the fact that it takes place in the United Kingdom.
Just one more thing on this. Roe versus Wade, I was interested in this about what you might have felt about this. It was the landmark legislation that legalised abortion across...
It wasn't legislation. Sorry to be pedantic.
It was a case.
That's right.
It was a case that the Supreme Court ruled on.
But my pedantry is very important because that wasn't democratically decided. And that seems to me to have been the source of all the trouble, whereas this country decided it democratically.
Yes.
I'm sorry to be
Sorry, no, that's absolutely... completely fine. But you wouldn't want to ban abortion?
There's no prospect of Parliament voting to ban abortion, but I think...
Now, there's a number of things I want to respond to. First of all, the situation in the US and the UK are completely different. And the second thing is, notice how he dodged the question here. He was asked, well, you wouldn't want to ban abortion, would you? And he says, well, there's no possibility of that happening. But he said that it was... made legal in the UK through a democratic process, so Parliament decided to make it legal, and now he's saying that, well, that's not going to have, it wouldn't be banned. But if enough people in Parliament supported banning it, then it would be a democratic process, it would be banned. Of course, at the moment, and I hope it doesn't change, but at the moment there isn't a majority in the House of Commons to ban abortion in the UK. So Jacob is on the wrong side at the moment. He's probably hoping that something would happen and that would change. But notice how he didn't say, I'm against it, I would ban it. No, he just says that there isn't enough support to ban it.
The numbers are just the saddest aspect of modern British life.
The saddest?
200,000 babies that aren't born. This is so sad. This loss of life that would otherwise be created, I think, is desperately sad.
So for Jacob Rees-Mogg, the saddest aspect of British life is that 200,000 abortions take place. I'm not sure if that's per year or whenever, but 200,000 abortions have taken place. And for him, that's the saddest aspect of British life. Not food banks, not child poverty. And look, I'm not the first person to say this. Jacob Rees-Mogg is not pro-life, he's anti-woman. This is what it's all about. These people do not care about these children. It's about control. Now you probably said, well, maybe he does care about these babies. Well then, he cares about them until they're born, because if you look at his bloody voting record on social issues, so if the babies turn out to be gay, well, Jacob Rees-Mogg doesn't really care about them. As long as, once they're in the womb, he cares about them, potentially, but But once they're outside the womb, well, if they're gay, he consistently voted against equal gay rights. Consistently voted against allowing marriage between two people of the same sex. Almost always voted against laws to promote equality and human rights. So he's against humans unless they're in the womb. Voted against allowing terminally ill people to be given assistance to end their lives. Like this, for me, this is a fundamental right that should be given to people. We don't ask to be born. We don't decide to be born. But surely we should be allowed to decide to die. And Jacob Rees-Mogg is against that. Once again, once you're in the womb, he cares about you, but once you're outside the womb, you're on your own. And I'll probably put some obstacles in the way. When it comes to housing, consistently voted for phasing out secure tenancies for life, consistently voted for changing a market rent to higher earners renting a council home. On welfare, consistently voted against spending public money to create guaranteed jobs for young people. Once again, once you're outside the womb, you're on your own. Consistently voted against raising welfare benefits in line with prices. consistently voted against paying higher benefits over longer periods for those unable to work due to illness or disability. And the list goes on and on. He doesn't care about you. He probably considers you a parasite once you're outside the womb. This is not pro-life, this is anti-woman. And this is what, really upsets me about these people. Because these are the ones who make decisions. If Jacob Rees-Mogg truly cared about these children, he would care about their lives after they're born. He would make sure that they had a roof over their head. He would make sure that, using the power that he has, he would make sure that they were fed, that they didn't go hungry. But he votes against that. How can you claim to be sad about these children not coming to life, and then as soon as they're born, you kick them in the teeth? Now, why are the people having abortions? Well, first of all, it's their business. It's not my business, and it's not Jacob Rees-Mogg's business. But people have abortions for a number of reasons. There are, most abortions take place, it seems, within, for example, couples who are already together or married. They don't want to have another child, or they want to have a child because of economic reasons. It's difficult at the moment. It's becoming more and more difficult. If you have another mouth to feed, that's even more difficult. People maybe are in difficult relationships. They see bringing a child into the world is probably not a good idea. But these are their decisions. They should be free to make those decisions. We shouldn't have the likes of Jacob Rees-Mogg or myself deciding for them. I believe they should have the right to choose to have a child or to have an abortion. That should be their decision. Not my decision, not Jacob Rees-Mogg's decision. But Jacob Rees-Mogg would like to ban it. Otherwise, he would have been honest in that interview. This is a very important issue. And it's important that people with religious beliefs park their religious beliefs. I'm not saying people with religious beliefs shouldn't have an opinion, but they should not be in charge of how the legislation is drawn up to deal with the lives of others. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.